What a sight! A verdant wonderland of promise plucked from post-atomic blight. The fruit of years.
6 drive. We've got operators standing by and, oh, it looks like we've got one.
Carries on from Skyline Valley. He's sending the whole family to...
You will emerge.
An educational film for the residents of Vault 76. Brought to you by the Vault-Tec American Tri-Central Legendaries. We are standing by, ladies and gentlemen. What makes you special?
Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Today, we will focus on strength. In the wasteland, essential supplies will be scarce. When an item of value is found, keep it close and away from bullies. The stronger
The show
you
was
are,
good, yeah.
the more you can carry. Be sure to know your limits, or you may find it challenging to escape from hazardous scenarios.
Squishies.
No matter how strong you are. There are other situations where you may find yourself in close proximity to unfriendly neighbors. For such cases, you must learn to defend yourself using your natural strength. Use anything sharp or sturdy enough to swing. Get creative with your implement, but stay reasonable.
Get creative with your implement.
And look
That
for
could be applied to
anything
many
that can
scenarios,
further
kids.
Enhance your innate vigor. The greater your strength, the greater the impact. But remember, some moments require more than muscle. Keep doing your chin-ups
Nice.
and push-ups, because there's more strength can do for you. Swing for the fences like the pros, crafting specialized protective gear to keep, or building clever weapons to wield it.
Wait, watch 50 minutes of selectors to rename a code for the Rusted Pumpkin Lantern. October 23rd through November 20th.
Million dwellers worth of keen imagination from the heart of West Virginia to the depths of the pit.
Can weather attractive. And Sally, in the vault, you might meet that special someone, just as you would on the surface. And in a few short years, you and your fellow...
Let's work with others. The art of cooperation. As you venture out into this new American frontier, you may find yourself a little lonely. Chin up there, sport. Your fellow Vault 76 dwellers will have emerged as well. Brave the new world together. But don't become too attached too quickly.
My
When
human.
making new acquaintances, practice the art of nonverbal communication to gain that interpersonal edge. Remember, cooperation is the key to success. There's no I in nuclear wasteland. Employ these proven techniques and your camaraderie will blossom. In fact, you might just make some lifelong friends.
There you go.
Of course, not everyone will be quite so neighborly. Beware the clever ploy. In the event of catastrophe, search for opportunity.
Dude, loot
Should
goblin.
you find yourself alone once more, don't fret. Replacing those old friends with new, better friends is a snap. See? You're prepared for anything.
I like the goatee guy with the pitchfork. Oh! Ouch!
Now you know the benefits of working with others. You are completely prepared for the world above with exciting new...
Growing up. You are growing up. And others.
In your young life, you may notice that your body has begun going through certain unfamiliar changes. No, it's not puberty. It's the
Mutations.
only thing keeping us from being communists.
Fallout 76 free through October 29th. See, I have it through Game Pass, and I always just assumed it was... I didn't even think about that.
No, it's not his ability to tap dance. It is his desire to build. After thermonuclear war, man's towering industrial marvels may no longer stretch to the heavens. It then falls on you.
Bubble says goatees betray evil intent. The mirror universe Spock hates this one. Simple trick.
With C.A.M.P, the construction and assembly mobile platform. It's the workbench of tomorrow.
The workbench of
Once
tomorrow.
established, your camp will not only provide you with much needed shelter, but also the means
That's a
to
nasty looking
satisfy
air
your
mattress.
hunger, quench your thirst, and even treat infection. The essential pillars of survival.
Oh, that's a big ass tick. That's nasty.
Expand your camp by scavenging resources or mining raw materials the old-fashioned way.
Hang on. I may have something running in the background they need to shut down.
Then construct your home
Sorry, guys.
of the future.
I forgot the PlayStation was still on in the background. It was making noise.
If your first home site is undesirable, use your handy camp to move it to a better location. To give your altercations that personal touch. Or better yet, sell these homemade implements to your neighbors.
Hang
for
on.
profit.
Apologies
Secure
for
as
the
you
technical
think.
delay. I'm
Where
turning
will
off the
you be
PlayStation
when
for a
the
minute.
atomic bombs fall?
Get rid of that background noise.
You can secure your family's
Be faced with many post-nuclear nuisances. These frightening menaces will come in all different shapes and sizes and pose an
horrors of nuclear devastation.
Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at VaultTech have prepared these educational materials for you to better
That's that.
understand the
We
seven
tried this
defining
game,
attributes
I
that
think
make
earlier this
you
year.
Special. Our next area of attention is
The Vault game.
intelligence.
It was okay.
With all the talk of
I'm not
physical
really into that
survival
style of
in the
game, but
wasteland, you may forget that sometimes it's survival of the smartest.
because they just launched the same thing but for Elder Scrolls like last month or something like that. Castle, I think is what's called. Castles or something.
Vault 76 is a growing community, and strong community can weather any storm. Why, just take a look at our
Nuclear physicist Blossom. An empty mind is a vessel for knowledge, and intelligence is the key to unlocking opportunity and adapting to your new world above ground.
By golly, yeah.
Your
Opportunity.
advanced know-how will grant you access to new places and new technologies. Space age, isn't it? Note that the S in science stands for safety. And when the tables are turned against you, don't be afraid to set aside your refined intelligence for the raw instincts of survival. Just don't lose your head.
You know, I just...
years, you and your fellow vault dwellers will repopulate our great country. And Billy, you'll have lots of swell kids to play with. Reserve
Is endurance.
They're gonna go through the whole list.
We will
All right.
all be faced with many new and unfamiliar health risks,
Ew.
such as
Call now to join Harry and the over 17 million vault dwellers already on board. And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical.
it's time we talk about luck.
That's a nice little plug. 17 million
The
players.
difference between whether you live or die in the post-nuclear world may depend on the flip of a coin. Luck is a mysterious sort of curiosity. See here? A well-placed shot may not always do the trick.
2 minutes left. Well, 2:50.
If Lady Luck favors you, though, you'll find those critical moments a breeze.
I splashed all over his face.
What's this? Only scrounging up duds? Time and patience may net you a suitable collection, but with luck on your side, you're bound to find some swell keepers. No, hold on to anything shiny. It may be of hidden value.
To somebody, anyway.
with Pip-Boy, all life's answers.
That chest hair is epic.
The dealt has been reshuffled. Yes, gone are the simple days of yesteryear. Now the common workman...
Careful not to get distracted by your newfound fortunes. Uh-oh.
Bugs!
That wasn't the only pest. It looks
Oh, yeah.
like luck has helped you once again. Unfortunately, she can't save you from every situation. At least your misfortune can become someone else's fortune.
Bubble says, make it count, Todd. Make it a good one. We got 1 minute left.
to make the most of your natural abilities and better understand what makes you special.
A hard-working machine that can resist the harmful effects of radiation and physical violence. Like any machine, then, your body must be well maintained to stay in tip-top shape.
With the power of the atom at your fingertips, be responsible and consider your target carefully.
Still not sold? Well,
You will emerge.
Special. Fallout will have many adverse effects on life as we know it. Intensive, prolonged radiation exposure.
Atomic age can be found right in your own backyard. But how does a fella like you acquire nuclear launch codes, you may ask?
Here we go. 10 seconds, everybody. We're about to find something out. I wonder what it is. What if it's gonna be like a trailer for something? Here we go. Here we go. Nothing like another day in the office.
My relationships with my coworkers, it's a work in progress. I've been working with HR. on what she calls it the body odor opportunities for me.
I don't know why he smells terrible. Great character artist, just makes me sick to my stomach.
I have candles.
People think I hired him. I didn't. But he's kind of good at his job.
Well, I'm a Texan first, and then a Ghoul, and I'm a father.
Fiona says playable Ghoul set up for 76.
The animal shelter. You know, these things take some acclimation, but life's a journey.
On October 23rd, when we heard that sound, we went underground and found the vault life waiting for us come what day. Leave your trouble on the surface.
2024 Fallout Day. Keep Austin irradiated.
Hi, I'm Jess Finster, Community Director for Bethesda, and I'm so happy to be here in Bethesda Game Studios in Austin, Texas, welcoming you all to our first ever Fallout Day broadcast. As all Fallout aficionados know, October 23rd marks the day the Great War started, kicking off the events of a franchise that has been going strong for nearly 30 years. To mark the occasion, we're celebrating all things Fallout, including the amazing community that brings our worlds to life. This year, we've seen more players in Fallout than ever before.
Yeah, the show
setting record numbers
boosted their
across
numbers.
every title in the franchise.
Yep.
In Fallout 76 alone, we've now passed 20 million players.
That's an impressive milestone.
So whether you're a longtime Enclave devotee,
but it's a dead
or
game!
discovering Fallout thanks to the brilliant show from Kilter Films and Amazon Prime, welcome new Vault Dwellers. One thing is for certain, Fallout truly has one of the best communities in gaming. We at Bethesda Game Studios have seen your cosplay and memes, and we've watched your videos and streams. We've visited your vaults and taken tours of your incredible camps. Your constant creativity truly gives us life. But most of all, we've seen your feedback and we feel your support. So as both developers and fans, we thank you.
Okay.
To start the celebration off right, if you've never dabbled in apocalyptic Appalachia, but always been curious, guess what? You can play Fallout 76 for free until October 29th.
And it's totally worth it if you've never played it,
we'll
guys.
also be
It really is a
Twitch
good game.
drops. Watch the Fallout Day broadcast and your favorite Fallout streamers between now and November 20th for a chance to earn the Rusted Pumpkin Lantern and other
Bubblelodia.
goodies.
Deploy nukes to transform
Also, through
XP
October
zones into
29th,
world boss
you'll find
fights.
discounts
Isn't
on all
content,
Fallout products
bro.
pretty much anywhere on the internet. And just like the Wasteland, these deals are going nuclear.
What's up, Brett?
Get massive discounts on Fallout titles and atoms for Fallout 76. We're not just showering our console and PC players with love. The Fallout Shelter community is huge, and we've got some fun surprises for them today too.
Yeah, it might not be for me,
today
but Fallout
only,
Vaults does have
you
a
can
big...
grab the free Fallout Day bundle
The Fallout
that
Shelter,
includes
Fallout
Lucy,
Vaults game.
Maximus,
It's pretty big
and the Ghoul.
community.
So if you haven't downloaded
This
Fallout
game.
Shelter,
Shelter,
or it's
that's
been a
what it's
while
called.
since you played, now is a great time to jump in. Last, and maybe most importantly, stay tuned after the Fallout Day broadcast, where our friends at Fallout for Hope will be doing a live post-show and the first annual Fallout Day community parade. This in-game event is produced to benefit the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and will feature floats, musical acts, and other special guests with stories of players around the world who love Fallout. Shout out to Ken and the entire Fallout for Hope team for always being such a pillar within the Fallout community. Now let's jump right in and take a look at Fallout 76 and get a peek at...
Jess, you okay?
Yeah, I just need a minute.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Sorry, can we go back up a little bit? All right. Now let's jump right in with a look at Fallout 76.
I like
and
the
get a peek
burn
at what's coming next
stuff
in
on the side of her
Appalachia.
face all of a sudden.
Happy Fallout Day!
Something just blew up.
Let's just start by saying that Jess is absolutely right. There's no better gaming community than the Fallout community.
We never could have predicted just how welcoming you would all make the post-nuclear wasteland. We love seeing how you cooperate with and support each other, including how you shower new players with gifts, set up rest stops with your camps along the road from Vault 76, and pack donation boxes.
The donation boxes are a really cool feature. That I really appreciated that when I jumped into 76 earlier this year.
And a super high level player.
Because I hadn't played in a while, and so I went through the new player experience. It was really nice to be able to go get goodies.
You hear it from pretty much anyone you ask. As soon as somebody new comes out of the vault, there's going to be somebody waiting there, you know, fast traveling over to get your attention and give you a ton of good stuff.
And they just go around every day doing the same activity with the new dwellers. It's always nice to see.
I've never had that experience in a game before. And then it's funny, a year later, now we have a drop box that is sitting outside of the entrance of the vault that I got to make.
And you know one thing you'll never see, or at least I've never seen in Fallout 76,
is a labor of love.
I've never seen the PC players in chat yelling about how much the game sucks and no one should be playing it because you should never play it on the console, like the New World community, where the PC gamers are like,
each one is only getting
this
more
game,
wild,
no, how
more
dare you play it on
ambitious,
console,
and
no,
obviously more
no.
violent. And we have no intention of stopping.
Fallout community is pretty awesome.
I did something weird with my hand. From major content expansions like Wastelanders, which brought life back to Appalachia,
to expeditions that took us to exciting new locales like the Pit and Atlantic City.
And even to our latest major update, Skyline Valley, which gave players their first Appalachia map expansion and the means to run their own caravan company in Milepost Zero.
And it's not just that. We're always considering quality of life features too. From free cam and camp building to one wasteland level scaling, a lot has changed in Fallout 76 over the past 6 years. The returning settlers and raiders you've helped, the games you've played at Nuka World on tour, the 51.5 million camps you have built to bring the map to life. We love seeing how you've made Appalachia your own, and it truly feels alive. So keep it up. Tell us what you want to see. Shout it from the mountaintops.
Or if you don't have any mountains nearby, just go on Reddit.
Or Discord.
Or send a messenger Brahmin.
And join the public test server. We want to hear your feedback. Keep helping us make Fallout 76 the best and biggest Fallout game we can.
We read everything on Discord and the subreddit, and you know, it's really important for the process.
So please, keep it coming. That's how we make the game better.
Dogmeat's an incredibly hard worker, and you know, we would be nowhere without him.
No.
Whenever I need something, he'll just show up and it's like, hey, here's your lunch, or here's a severed hand.
We had this one meeting about hours and how long it is for dog meat. Really puts things into perspective.
Fire hot.
It's going to be a busy December for Fallout 76 players. One update we've been seeing you talk about for some time now is finally coming to Fallout 76, and quite frankly has us saying,
"Here's human. I got a treat for you."
Camp pets are coming to Fallout 76. Soon, you'll have fuzzy friends to bring your camp to life.
Oh.
There will be 2 pets to start, a cat and a dog.
I can have a kitty
Let's
cat
answer
in
the
my
most important
camp?
question right now. Yes, you can pet them.
Yeah, buddy.
You'll be able to interact with your pets, dress them, and even place furniture like a cat
Oh my
scratch
God.
or a bona fide bone-filled dirt pile in your camp for them to enjoy.
and we're not stopping it too. We want to see a wasteland that's full of all different kinds of pets. So keep an eye out for more.
Fuck, they're
furry
making me want to
additions in the
reinstall
future,
Fallout 76
and
on my
maybe
Xbox.
some that are not so furry.
Don't have time.
You can pet them.
No, don't cover me up.
Razzle dazzle.
See, don't cover me up. She's
Also coming in
totally all
December are
burned.
player titles.
Or she's going
These will
Ghoul.
include a prefix and a suffix that you can combine to make your unique nuclear nickname.
I'm excited to see what kind of player title combination players are going to come up with.
Midnight Bot Beater.
Gulper Technician.
Gleaming Raid Rookie.
Scorched Sat Seer.
Bloodied Adventurer. I play a bloodied player quite often, so it kind of fits with that.
You'll earn them as a reward from doing anything from completing quests and challenges to defeating epic enemies.
Now, if you're looking for something more irradiated, take a look at our next December update. Deep in the scabbed slopes of the ash heap, old scars are torn open when we introduce the Gleaming Depths.
That was a big backpack, by the way.
The Gleaming Depths is a sort of traditional MMO-style dungeon that should really challenge our endgame players.
You get to battle through a gauntlet with your friends if you're really looking for a cooperative experience, like a really deeply tied cooperative experience.
This is going to be high difficulty content that's going to really drive our endgame users.
The idea was born in a Bethesda Game Studios game jam, but quickly amassed an inter-studio cult following through the magic and wonder of puppetry.
John's puppet has been a huge inspiration for us.
For internal use only, do not distribute.
As silly as it may sound, it actually has been very helpful for us to try to figure out exactly what we wanted to plan for this encounter.
Raids are an exciting spectacle that give our experienced players a new challenge to overcome.
These are players that have been playing the game for years, level 300-ish plus.
So you know that discussion we've been having
You'll
about
need
the
a
New World
tight,
players?
well-organized squad of up to 4 players.
We've been
And
beta
y'all
testers
become
for the
well
last
equipped
3
and
years.
stand a
How dare you
chance
change
at
things?
surviving the terrors within.
Imagine if they said that right
The
now.
Gleaming
Like, we've been
Depths is
beta
home to
testing
an
for the last
abandoned
6
enclave
years. Now they're
research
adding
lab,
raids
where
and
scientists
dungeons.
were studying a
No.
phenomenon they call ultragenesis, the spreading of ultrasight through the earth.
Your team will have to fight through several incredibly demanding encounters. And once you start, there's no turning back. You win or you die. The first encounter you'll come to is the Guardian. Think of it as a mechanized doorman, which is maybe a little too good at its job. If our heroes survive, they delve deeper into the complex and come upon a giant drill room. Part of the group will need to defend the drill from being ravaged by mole miners, while another part sprints through the nearby dark halls to gather the energy for powering it up.
Okay, so we've
There's
got
just one
different tactics needed.
The Stalker, an ultrasight crazed maniacal
Yeah, that's the difference,
juggernaut
Bubbaloni. Like you
who
said, the
wants only
PC
to
community is
kill
going to be there
you.
day one, passing out free
Good luck
candy
with
and
that. Brave
stems.
adventurers who outsmart the Stalker will next find themselves face to face with the tectonic trifecta of terror, Enclave Squad Epsilon. Agents Vulture, Lynx, and Bloodhound demand precise teamwork to overcome for players to deliver the final blow. When players think they're through the worst of it, the Stalker returns and is hell-bent on revenge for your team's earlier trickery. To overcome this foe once and for all, you'll need to delve deep within the horrid halls of an Enclave research laboratory long lost. It's been an excruciating journey. Take a few minutes to bandage your wounds, polish your gear, and muster your mettle because you're gonna need it when you face the ultrasight terror of the Gleaming Depths.
My favorite thing about the Gleaming Depths is the ultrasight terror.
It's definitely the biggest boss.
By the way,
in
for those of you
Fallout
tuning in
76,
right now
and
are
it
going,
might
wait a
be
second,
the
I thought
biggest
this said it
boss
was
in
New
Fallout
World and you
games
guys are watching
in general.
Fallout. We're taking a brief break.
When you first see this
We
thing,
still do
it
have
is
another
very
2 to 3 hours to go.
It is
We're going to be
huge,
watching
and
this for a little bit, and then we're going to be back to
feel
New
like
World,
there's no
doing
way
some
around
dungeons,
it.
some other
It's
stuff,
seeing
guys.
people jump out of their
Don't
chairs
fret.
and flee in terror is always makes me happy.
So before you even set off for the Gleaming Depths, you want to make sure your gear is up to snuff, because with high risk comes high reward.
So far,
and these rewards
this
are
seems like a
legendary.
Fallout 76
And what's more legendary than a 3-star?
focused thing.
4-star legendary.
And I'm not sure if they're going to be talking about other things, because they called it Fallout Day, so I would hope that we're going to get more other Fallout stuff, not just
For
Fallout
example,
76 stuff,
I love
but I don't
having
know.
Slayers equipped on my
I'd love to get
plasma
some news
caster,
about the
as it
show.
gives me a massive damage boost to legendary and raid
You know we're not
enemies
going to get
alike.
news about a game, because
Take
that's
that,
going to be
Ultrasight Terror.
after Elder Scrolls.
To craft a 4-star legendary, add any 4-star mod to a 3-star legendary, and you're on your way to killing the baddest beasts in the land. That seems like a lot, right? Well, we're still not done.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, hey, Dave. Coming in early 2025, for the first time in Fallout history, you'll be able to transform into a ghoul.
There it is.
Once you hit level 50 and complete the ghoulification quest, you'll be able to experience all the benefits of life as a ghoul. You'll no longer have to worry about catching a bad case of the rads because you'll be immune to radiation damage.
Immune to radiation
in
damage.
Fact, you'll crave it. As a ghoul, exposure to rads will heal you and possibly unlock unique abilities.
Ooh.
And don't even worry about pesky things like needing to eat to live. Instead of hunger and thirst, you'll have a new feral meter to keep an eye on. Depending on your playstyle, you might even let yourself get a little wild, because going feral has a few perks of its own, such as turning into a crazed berserker hand-to-hand combatant who could rip the face off a Deathclaw.
This is cool. Like, the ghoul thing is
Players who
neat.
choose to live life as a ghoul will also get access to a suite of ghoul-specific perk cards to use in
But
addition
ghouls aren't
to the
content,
existing human
guys.
perks.
Ghouls don't
This,
count. It's
coupled
not
with a ghouls immunity
content.
to rads, will open up dozens of new playstyles for players to experience the wasteland.
It's never gonna
But
not
being
be
a
funny,
ghoul
guys.
Isn't easy.
It's never gonna not
Ghouls
be funny.
get a bad rap, and many NPCs and factions like the Brotherhood of Steel won't take too kindly to your new look, even if you do have a fancy new hairpiece.
What does it mean to
flat
become a
top,
ghoul?
man.
Does that include new abilities, new perks? Does that include narrative options that will take
I
place?
do like.
For
I
example,
like
the
how they've got
Brotherhood
it.
of Steel,
You have to
who
get
do
to
not
level
take kindly
50
to
first.
ghouls.
It'll be cool to see like ghoul parades and ghoul camps. And
Like, it's not just gonna be
ghoul
character
friends.
creation. Like, you got to
So
go
one of
through
the
the
new
lands,
perks that are coming up with ghouls, which I
adventure a
think
little
is my
bit,
favorite,
get
is called
sick,
Battle
and then you
Genes,
could become a ghoul.
which is a perk that will activate as soon as you're in battle. That will heal the ghoul because you're feeling the adrenaline rush. You're training for battle.
Sorry, guys,
so
there's
your
bugs in here 'cause my
body is
door's
getting
open while the
ready.
guys
For
work on
ghoul
the
players
AC.
who still want to complete storyline quests with factions that normally wouldn't ally with a ghoul, there may be a way to fool them. And if it turns out being a ghoul just isn't for you, players will be able to revert back to human. But come on,
That
don't you think
pose.
smooth skin's a little overrated? This update is something we are very excited to get into your
I
hands,
can't close the door,
and
I
we'll
got the
have
fan
more
going.
to share in the coming months.
And the guy's
Honestly,
got to have the
not
door
a
open because
debuff.
he's coming in and out. He like literally just put the mini split back up, and then he went back outside. So I think
as
he's
an
getting ready to
artist,
wire it
I
all back up.
will always put myself in my art in one way or another, and that's something I really enjoy, making the ghoul characters. I had talked to John about maybe expanding onto other things, but he really felt that was kind of, he's my zone. He said that was a way for me to speak my truth through the art, so that's what I like to do.
This guy needs a raise.
Well, before we say goodbye, we wanted to say thanks again to all our fans that played our recent map expansion, Skyline Valley. Looks like I've got some research to do on an upcoming feature.
Oh, fishing! Fishing! That was a nice plug, by the way. Dog meat coming in, fishing pole.
Thank you for joining our big
Oh, she
Fallout Day
converted.
celebration.
She converted.
It was so great getting to share all the fun updates to come. Personally, I can't wait to play as a ghoul. Speaking of the ghoul, to our wonderful friends at Kilter Films. On behalf of the entire Fallout community, congrats on your Emmy wins.
Yeah.
I think we're all a bit eager to see what happens in Season 2.
Me too.
And just a reminder, be sure to tune into the post-show with the folks from Fallout for Hope. For anyone that wants to wet their whistle with the Sunset Sarsaparilla and live that real New Vegas experience,
She's awesome.
come hang out with your friends at the
Dude,
Pioneer
she's
Saloon in
awesome.
Good
I need to
Springs,
see more of
Nevada,
her,
where
please.
The entire town will play
She was
host
dude.
to
She
the
did some
unofficial
Starfield stuff,
Fallout
I
fan
think.
celebration.
The
They've
last
been
couple
doing
of
it for years, and
Starfield
it's amazing. So
events and
November
things.
16th
News
and 17th,
posts,
if you see
updates.
us, come say hi.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
On a personal note, seeing things like the Fallout meetup happen organically is incredible. I've had the opportunity to see this community grow and really embrace all things Fallout. I really do believe you are a huge part of what makes this franchise so special.
Yeah, the cosplay
That
community
said,
and the meetups.
as it is our first ever Fallout Day broadcast, And saying goodbye is harder than fist fighting in a Saltron with no chems.
Yeah, Bubbleoni
We just
went.
want to take the time to
There's
celebrate
pictures
some of
somewhere.
our
Is that in
favorite
our
moments
server or
from
in the
development
guild
and the
server?
community.
I can't remember. I think you put that in the
My favorite
guild
thing
server.
about Fallout is just
Guild
the
Discord.
world, the alternate history, the retro sci-fi.
All the little random things that you can find out in the world.
First time you find power armor, and you get to go and blow things up. Unlike so many other
Yeah, she's a
worlds,
Starfield
it's
community
one
manager.
of the
That's what I was
most
thinking I had
playful
seen her
and
from.
Interesting to build in.
The thing I like the most about the community is just how passionate they are.
Seeing players be unique in a unique franchise. I mean, they're truly, the community is one of the best out there.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bubbleoni. I think those pictures
Type
are
of
in the
folks I'd like
guild,
to hang out with.
the guild server.
Some of my most favorite community moments in Fallout 76 are when I'm walking around Appalachia and I'm able to look at other people's camps and they meet me there and they show off what they've built. I think it's just awesome.
I once saw somebody dress up in cosplay mirroring an animation that I had created. A guy sitting on a chair playing a tuba. It was amazing.
I love that the community has started visiting the real-life Fasnacht event in Helvetia and brought masks that are directly from Fallout 76.
Who doesn't love chasing those rare masks, those glowing masks?
That's when I knew 76 was going to be a world that could live on forever.
Stay true, citizen, for the Brotherhood.
Yes, video game history. It is a great time to be a video game
Thanks
player.
to all of you for
Todd!
joining us here at Bethesda for our very
Fist
first
bump, Todd.
Fallout Day broadcast. You know, when we think about Fallout, for me it goes back to playing that original game and just falling in love with it. It is such a blessing for us here at Bethesda. Is now our 20th year working on the franchise, and there have been so many people that have created in it over the years, and you can ask any of them, whether they worked on the games or now the television show.
More Starfield,
Everyone will
Todd.
tell you there's
I
nothing
love Fallout,
like working on Fallout. It's just an incredible universe, and obviously an incredible universe to play in. We're looking forward to more, so thank you for joining us.
It's Vault Life, darling, so enjoy your stay. Told your neighbors.
Well, that was cool. Well, kids, I can say that Fallout 76 is a great game. If you've not played it, I've got some videos on the channel. I did a new player's perspective earlier this year around the time the show was out. So you can go check that out at your leisure. It is a good game. If you like Fallout, if you haven't played it, it's fun. It's your typical MMO type experience. The only complaint I would have is that it's not crossplay, so you can't like I would love to play with Bubbleonia, but I've played a lot on like the Xbox, so I have like characters on the Xbox, and that's a different community than the PC community. So you do have to be conscious of where you're going, which is sort of it's a throwback to them having created this like 6 years ago, and that's the only complaint I can really give it, is that they have the community kind of fractured in between the places that you play. But it is a really good game, and I can't recommend it enough. Check out my previous Fallout 76, Fallout 4, and other videos. And of course, I've got a bunch of Starfield playthroughs, and we will be, of course, covering all future Bethesda projects here on the channel as they continue to roll stuff out, including Elder Scrolls 6 and beyond. I'm going to timestamp this, and we're going to roll back over into New World, everybody. So give me a second here. For those of you who are watching this after the fact as a clipped out video, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams on YouTube and Twitch, as well as TikTok now at 9 a.m. Mountain every single day. We're currently in the middle of New World Eternum, and we will be switching over to Dragon Age the Veilguard on the 31st, with a brief stop into Call of Duty Black Ops 6 tomorrow or Friday, depending on when it's available.